Hello and welcome back, and in this video I'm going to teach you 50 of the most common English idioms that I actually use and really like. So I wonder, how many do you think you will know? And let's see, count it up, and at the end of the video let me know, out of 50, how many did you know? And if there are any that you're unsure about, just let me know in the comments. So with all of that being said, let's get the ball rolling. Number one is a piece of cake, and this is something very easy. I could say that making an omelette is a piece of cake. It's easy peasy. Number two is a blessing in disguise, and this is something that appeared to be bad, but in the end turned out being good. For example, for me, coronavirus and the lockdown was a bit of a blessing in disguise because I was panicking, everything seemed like the end of the world, and it was a terrible time, but it allowed me to work remotely and live wherever I want to live. So yeah, it was a blessing in disguise. Number three is add insult to injury, and this is to make a bad situation even worse. For example, I sat down in a restaurant the other day and I realized that they didn't have any dishes that I liked. And to add insult to injury, they didn't have any drinks that I liked either. What a nightmare. Number four is to break the ice, and this is to remove awkwardness in a social situation. I don't know about you, but usually I try to break the ice with people by having a chat about the weather or football or one of these common topics like that. It really helps to break the ice. Number five is to bite off more than you can chew. And this is to take on too much work or responsibility that you can't manage, you can't handle. So if I get a promotion and then I start working more hours and at the same time I want to do some freelance work, it's likely that I will bite off more than I can chew, and I won't be able to handle juggling all these different things. Number six is by the skin of your teeth, or by the skin of my teeth, and it means to only just do something, like to be just in time, to barely accomplish something. I could say that I had a deadline last week and I wasn't sure if I was going to meet the deadline, but thanks to working really hard, I managed to submit it just in time. I submitted it by the skin of my teeth. Number seven is an idiom I use all the time in all of my conversations and videos, and it is call it a day, which means to finish working for the day or finish a task for the day. So after I record this video, I'm going to edit it, I'm going to teach a couple of classes, and then around 6 o'clock, I'll call it a day. Number eight is cry over spilled milk. And this is to complain or worry about something that can't be changed. You know, what's done is done. So if my boss makes a decision to reduce my pay, I can complain, but there's really no use crying over spilled milk if I can't do anything about it. I'd probably quit my job, but there's no use complaining about it. There's no point crying over spilt milk. Number nine is to cut corners. And this is to do something with less effort or do it faster, but often sacrificing the quality. So some companies, again, if they have a deadline, they need to meet that deadline. So it's likely that they will cut corners and they won't go into as much detail as they would otherwise. It's common for everybody from time to time to cut corners. Number 10 is to drive someone up the wall. And this is a nice alternative to drive someone crazy or drive someone mad. It is to make them crazy or make them very angry. So I imagine when I was a little kid and I was running around at home and my mum and dad were telling me to relax or stop doing these annoying things, they may have said, "Lewis, you're driving me up the wall. Give it a rest." Ah! Number 11 is to drop the ball. And this is to stop focusing or make a mistake or fail at something. So I was giving a presentation and I was explaining everything very well, and then I dropped the ball because I said something that I shouldn't have said. Or I could drop the ball if I'm doing a task and then I make a little typo. I really dropped the ball. I messed up. Number 12 is don't put all your eggs in one basket. And this means don't just depend on one possibility or one outcome. Let's talk about, I don't know, cryptocurrencies. If you put all of your money in Ethereum and you don't put any of your money in Bitcoin or other coins, then you are putting all of your eggs in one basket. And my advice would be, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Number 13 is eat your words. And this is to admit that you were wrong or you made a mistake. You're coming clean about it. I thought that Manchester City were going to win the Premier League this season. It still could happen, but at the moment I think I'm going to have to eat my words because Liverpool are surely going to win the league. Number 14 is every dog has its day. And this means that everyone has an opportunity to succeed, to have success. So, I don't know, with people from school, there were 30 of us in the same group, in the same class, and many of them haven't ended up doing anything of note. They haven't done anything really impressive, but I'm sure every dog has its day, and little Jack from school may end up founding a really, really cool business, and he will succeed from it. So basically, every dog has its day is that everyone has a chance of succeeding. Number 15 is find your feet. And this is to start to adapt to a situation. When you start a new job in a new company, in a new office, it might take a while to get used to the day-to-day and the daily tasks that you do, but I imagine that over a while you will start to find your feet and you will adapt to this situation. Number 16 is fit as a fiddle, and this is to be in good shape, to be fit, and it's in particularly used with elderly people. So my uncle or my parents may say like, they're fit as a fiddle, like they are still in shape. So personally, I wouldn't use it to describe myself because I'm just a little baby. I'm a young guy. But for my dad, he still goes cycling every single day. And he's, I think, 66 now. Whew, he's old, but he's fit as a fiddle. Number 17 is to go the extra mile. And this is to do more than what is needed or expected. If you want to impress your manager, supervisor, or boss, I would recommend that you go the extra mile, to do more than what you need to do. We could also say to go above and beyond. Number 18 is get out of hand. And this is to become uncontrollable. The situation at the party last night, I went to a party, there were lots of people, but as time went by, more and more people were arriving. And I was thinking to myself, wow, this is getting out of hand. Like the police could turn up any moment because people are making noise, they're making a mess, people are getting really drunk. Everything is just getting out of hand. Number 19 is hit the nail on the head. We can also say to nail it. And this is to do something exactly right. So if we're having a quiz, I'm asking you some questions, and I ask you, who is the current Prime Minister of the United Kingdom? And then you say, Lewis, it's Keir Starmer. I would say, exactly, well done. You hit the nail on the head. You nailed it. Number 20 is hold your horses. And this means wait, hold on, be patient. So if I have a friend here and my friend is saying, Lewis, I want to go out and see the city. Come on, show me around. I'll say, whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses. I need to finish work. I'm recording a video. Come on, give it a rest. Hold your horses. Number 21 is, it's a small world. And this is a nice phrase that we use when you meet someone in an unexpected place, or you realize that you have a friend in common with someone else. And I'll be like, wow, oh my God, it's a small world, right? So when I was living in Australia, I actually met someone who was from my town, from Bingley. And when I met him, I was like, no way, we're in Melbourne. And you're from Bingley? I'm from Bingley too. Well, it's a small world. Number 22 is, it takes two to tango. And this means that two people are responsible. There are two parties to blame. So at school, let's say we have Jimmy and Jack, and they're always fighting together. And I'm not just going to blame one of them. I'm going to say, okay, who was it? Okay, Jimmy, you have admitted that you did it, but I know it takes two to tango. So who are you fighting with? Was it Jack? I knew it. It takes two to tango. Number 23 is in the same boat, which is in the same situation. I was recording a podcast the other day, and my friend who I was speaking to is also a Leeds United fan. So we're in the same boat. We're in the same situation because I support Leeds and he supports Leeds too. So yeah, we're in the same boat. Number 24 is to jump on the bandwagon. And this is to follow a trend, like to be a bit of a sheep, we'd say. So at the moment, a lot of people are playing paddle. And I've started playing paddle as well. So you could argue that I jumped on the bandwagon. I saw there was a trend, everybody was doing it, so I thought, I'm gonna partake as well. So I started playing paddle, and yeah, I jumped on that bandwagon. Number 25 is a jack of all trades. And this is someone who has many talents, that they can do so many different things. My neighbor downstairs, his name is Pedro. He's from Asturias, from Spain, and he's good at sports. He's a musician. He's a good handyman as well. If something breaks in my flat, I always get Pedro to come up and fix it. So Pedro is a jack of all trades. Number 26, one of my favorites, is to kill two birds with one stone. And it is to do two productive things at the same time. I've mentioned it before, I'll mention it again, that when I go to the gym, I do exercise, but I also listen to music or podcasts in Spanish or French, because I like to kill two birds with one stone. Number 27 is keep your chin up, or just chin up. And it means stay positive. It's kind of like cheer up. If somebody is a bit down at the moment, they're a bit pessimistic about life, I'd say, oh, come on, mate, cheer up, chin up. You need to be positive. Look on the bright side. Keep your chin up. Number 28 is let the cat out the bag, and it is to reveal a secret. Similar to spill the beans, or nowadays people say spill the tea to gossip. But if you let the cat out the bag, you tell a secret when you don't necessarily want to tell a secret. My girlfriend told me that her cousin was going to get married, and he was going to propose to his partner. And by accident, I let it out. I let the cat out the bag. And I was like, so, Juan, congratulations, you're going to get married. And my girlfriend was staring at me like, Luis, it was a secret. Number 29 is to lose your touch. And this is to lose your ability at something, your skill at something. I used to be good at football, but I haven't played for donkey's years, for a long time. So I've definitely lost my touch. Now I'm so clumsy. I'm terrible. Number 30 is let bygones be bygones. And this is to forget arguments or disagreements. I had a little bit of an awkward chat with my boss because we disagreed, and we never really fixed the issue and managed to have both of us being happy. So I just said, it's fine. Let's just move on and let bygones be bygones. We're clearly never going to agree on this, so there's no point arguing about it. So we let bygones be bygones. Number 31 is to make ends meet. And if you make ends meet, you have just enough money to survive and pay for all of your bills. So when I first started teaching English, I was earning, I think, 1,000 euros in Seville. It's not a very expensive place to live, so I could make ends meet, but I wasn't really able to save anything. And here in Brussels, it's a really expensive place to live. So some months, it is hard to make ends meet. And that's probably why I make so many videos, because I'm a dreamer and I hope that one day YouTube will pay me millions. Anything could happen. Number 32 is to miss the boat, and this is to miss an opportunity. For example, with cryptocurrencies again, it's a bit of a theme of today's video. I'm not advising anyone invests in them, just to be clear, but if I had invested in Bitcoin 15 years ago, then I would be rich right now, but I didn't know about it, so clearly I missed the boat. Number 33 is mum's the word. This is a lovely one because many of you know my mum and you've seen her having a chat with me. And mum's the word means like, shh, don't tell anyone. It's a secret. So maybe I'm speaking to my sister and my sister tells me that she's pregnant, but she hasn't announced it yet to anyone. So then she might tell me, Lewis, shh, mum's the word. Don't say anything. Zip it. Zip. Number 34 is no pain, no gain. And this is that effort is required to succeed, to notice improvements. When speaking about the gym, if you don't go to the gym and lift heavy weights and do a lot of cardio, you're not going to improve, because everybody knows that no pain, no gain. You need to work hard, you need to suffer. No pain, no gain. Number 35 is no strings attached. And this means no obligations. It can be used for relationships to say that you're just friends with benefits, you know, no strings attached. Or you could say that maybe it's a collaboration between two people. One of them is a freelancer, the other is a company, perhaps. And you say, listen, I'll do this job for you, maybe you do another one for me, but no strings attached. There's no obligation to continue in the future. Number 36 is nip it in the bud. And this is to stop a problem getting worse. So some illnesses can be nipped in the bud in the early phases, or if you notice a worker is behaving badly, you should try to nip it in the bud before this actually affects other colleagues or this precise employee gets even worse. So nip it in the bud. Number 37 is over the moon. And this is extremely happy. We can also say on cloud 9, when you are delighted, you are ecstatic. So, I'm going on holiday this weekend and I can't wait. I'm absolutely buzzing. I'm over the moon. Yee! Number 38 is off the hook. And this is free from responsibility, when you don't actually have to do something or worry about it anymore. Again, let's say my sister asked me to babysit for my nephew, and I wasn't sure if I'd be able to do it because I had other engagements and commitments, and then she found someone else to babysit, and she might call me and say, Lewis, don't worry, you're off the hook because mum's actually going to do the babysitting in the end. And I'd be like, phew! Number 39 is play it by ear. And this is to improvise, to kind of go with the flow. So a couple of friends are visiting again next month. They've already been to Brussels before, so they don't need to do the typical sightseeing. So we'll probably just play it by ear. Maybe go to a restaurant, maybe go to a bar, go to a park, walk around, and just see what happens. Go with the flow and play it by ear. Number 40 is to pull someone's leg, and it is to joke with them. I've just won the lottery. The Euro Millions. 200 million euros. Nah, I'm only kidding. I'm only joking. I'm just taking the mick. I'm pulling your leg. It was a lie, but I wish it was true. Number 41 is rain on someone's parade, and this is to ruin someone's plans. I know my friends are having a birthday party tonight, but I've also organized a party at my house. So I need to tell them and be like, guys, I don't want to rain on your parade, but I'd also like to have some friends round my house tonight too. I hope you don't mind, and sorry if you think I've rained on your parade. Number 42 is Rome wasn't built in a day, and it means that important tasks or projects take time. If you want to build your own company, you have to be aware that Rome wasn't built in a day. You need to step by step, take it easy, little by little, keep progressing, and maybe you'll make it happen. So yeah, Rome wasn't built in a day. Number 43 is speak of the devil. And this is a lovely expression which is used when you're speaking about someone and then they turn up, they appear unexpectedly. My girlfriend is so beautiful, so intelligent, so funny, she's amazing. Ah, Speak of the devil, she's just coming now. Number 44 is stick to your guns. And this is maintain your position. Don't change your mind or position. If you think one option is better than another option, then stick to your guns. Come on, convince me. Why is it better? Stick to your guns. Number 45 is throw in the towel. And this is to give up, to surrender. In a boxing match, it's very common that if you've been knocked out or you're struggling to stay upright, then your team may throw in the towel. When they give up, they surrender, they admit defeat. Don't throw in the towel with learning English. Number 46 is through thick and thin, and this is in the good times and the bad times. I've been best friends with my friend Jack forever, and you know, we've argued, we have differences and stuff like that, but we've been together and we've continued to try to make the relationship prosper through thick and thin, in the good times and the bad times. Number 47 is time flies when you're having fun, which is kind of as it says, that enjoyable moments pass faster than boring moments. If you're on holiday, I don't know how many times you've said this, but you're enjoying yourself. It's so fun. You don't have to work. So yeah, time flies when you're having fun, for sure. Number 48 is under the weather, and this is to feel poorly, to feel sick, feel ill. Over Christmas, my mum was under the weather for a couple of weeks, but even still, she cooked Christmas dinner, recorded some conversations with me, despite being under the weather. And under the weather is only when you're a little bit sick, not very sick. Number 49 is up in the air, and this is uncertain. Whether I will stay in Belgium in the future, or I'll return to Spain or move elsewhere, all of these things are kind of up in the air. They're uncertain. There's no guarantee of anything. I don't know if I'm going to stay here or not. And finally, number 50 is your guess is as good as mine. And this is a nice creative way of saying, I don't know. So if you ask me who will be the next president of the United States, I'll say, I have absolutely no idea, but your guess is as good as mine. So that's it, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video teaching you 50 of the most common, interesting, and my favorite English idioms. And if you've been counting, how many did you know? Did you get 20 out of 50, 30 out of 50, 40 out of 50, maybe 50 out of 50? And if any of them are unclear, do not hesitate to write a comment and let me know, and I'd be happy to help. So thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!